Alright, boys and girls, welcome back to the garage. It's Boney Joe, it's PipBoy. PipBoy's got a new look today. Anybody notice how much color he's got in his cheeks? He's well rested, just like I am. So kids, today we got a really confusing, really kind of bizarre show for you. We're going to do something completely different and boggle your mind. I know Boney Joe's told you in the past, there's the right way, there's the wrong way. The Boney Joe way. Today, we got to do it the right way because today we're going to do right angles. And let's face it, kids, if it's not a right angle, it's a wrong angle. Okay, so a right angle is 90 degrees. A little cooler than your body temperature, but not necessarily too hot. But on a 90-degree day, wouldn't be wearing this coat, me and PipBoy would be at the beach. But we're not talking about temperature, we're talking about angles. A 90-degree angle is when 2 points come together and make a perfect corner. Now, half of 90 degrees is what, boys and girls? I know, it's too much math, but that's okay. That's what your cell phone and your calculator are for. Half of 90, 45. So what we did, we cut these pieces of metal off on a 45-degree angle because 45 and 45 equal 90. That's a right angle. Now you can also find a right angle by using the Pythagorean theorem. Who the hell Pythagoras is? I don't know. Ask a history teacher. He's not here. Boney Joe and PipBoy are here. We're going to do it the way we know how to do it. So boys and girls, we're making a real simple stand. It's a tool stand. It's going to be 8.5 inches tall, and we're going to use it to set a tool on. So we got a couple pieces of metal here. They're already cut to the length we need, and they're all cut off on nice 45-degree angles. Now, boys and girls, once again, 45 and 45 is 90. Boys and girls, remember our magnets? This is a magnet that's going to hold our corners together. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this magnet right on here like this. We're going to put our other corner right on here like this. And I know it might seem a little like cheating, boys and girls, but isn't that nice? Look how nice that holds that right together. We're going to set that right down here on the welding table. And we're going to do the other side the exact same way. We're going to put our outside corner on here like so. Going to slide that down in place, and we're going to snap it right on here. Now, boys and girls, as you can see, everything gets held together real nice at a 45-degree angle. Boney Joe got that on the wrong side, so we're going to flip that over real quick and get it on the right side. So, now that we have our right angles met, boys and girls, we are going to double check them. Now, Boney Joe did a little cheat, and he marked the table with a couple of lines. I don't know if you boys and girls can see these lines on the table, but they're square with this back angle. So, boys and girls, what we're going to do now is we're going to explain to you how to use a square. Boney Joe, that's a triangle. I know. That's why I said I'd boggle your minds today a little bit. This triangle-shaped piece of metal is called a rafter square. Now, a lot of people call it an easy square, a quick square, but this is a square, not a triangle, even though it's a triangle, and we all know it's a triangle, but it's a square. Confused yet? Good, because I can confuse you a little more. And everybody know the letter L? Well, the letter L, this is also a square. This is called a framing square. Yeah, carpentry, metal, it's all the same thing. Square is square, so L must be square. Sounds like algebra. L equals square equals triangle equals screw all this, let's weld some metal together. Okay, so we have our square. We're going to put that right in the corner like this. Now, if you boys and girls can't really see, but that's a nice tight corner. This side over here, that's a nice tight corner. So boys and girls, we're going to turn on our welder. We're going to get out our welding helmet, and we're going to tack weld these corners in place and see if we can't get it square. So Boney Joe has his helmet on. PipBoy, you close your eyes. Well, he's got one eye closed. You guys like PipBoy? He's a great guy. That fella, he come out of that wasteland, not a scratch on him. He's my helper. He's my friend. So we got the welder out. We're going to double check this corner to make sure it's square. I know, I hear you boys and girls saying, oh, where's the ground, Boney Joe? It's already hooked up to the table itself because it's made out of steel. Metal's connected. We got the welder going. We're going to give a little nip on that wire and get that cleaned up. Let's tack weld these corners. That's the tack weld on that corner. Boney Joe's going to check the square on this corner. Wow, that looks square. We're going to tack weld this here corner. That's a beautiful thing. Now we're going to put our next piece in, boys and girls. Now with this one, we don't really need the square because we're already holding the square. But we're going to check it just the same, just to make sure that everything held nice and tight. And we'll just hold this one in place with our hands. Now, boys and girls, we're a little bit off on this corner. So what Boney Joe's going to have to do is he's going to have to open this corner up a little bit. Something must have shifted. We're going to come around here to our little vise. We're going to give it just a little pinch. Just a pinch. There we go. This is another reason why we tack weld, boys and girls. Because when you tack weld, oh, look how beautiful that fits together. When you tack weld, it allows you to move the metal just a little teeny bit to get the exact angles that you need. Oh, look at that, boys and girls. That couldn't be any more square or triangle or L-shaped if it had to be. So let's grab our welder. Let's give that a little tack weld right there. Let's pull our square to this corner. Oh, that's a thing of beauty right there, boys and girls. We're going to tack this corner. All right, boys and girls. Boney Joe got this all tack welded. We're going to set our magnets aside because we don't need them anymore. Now, how about that for a beautiful rectangular base? Now, boys and girls, I can't see what the camera sees, but what we're going to show you is how nice and square these corners are. You hold that right up there. See how that sits in there real nice? I don't know if you can see it for sure or not, but as you can see, all four corners are nice and square on the inside. We're going to get our L square and show you how nice and square they are on the outside. Look how nice that goes together, boys and girls. That right there is a thing of beauty. Alright, so we're going to flip this piece of metal over. We're going to do a little bit more welding, and when we come back in just a minute, we're going to put some legs on there for you. So give me just a minute, boys and girls, and we'll be right back. Okay, boys and girls, we're back. We're getting everything set up here and ready to weld these legs on our little stand. What we're going to talk about now is, once again, right angles. Because if we're going to put 4 legs on our little stand, each leg has to be at a right angle with the base, or we're going to have a wobbly stand. Nobody wants to walk in a workshop and see a stand with a phone book under a corner. So we're going to use our magnets. Boys and girls, does anybody know what this magnet looks like? That's right, it looks like a square. I know, it's shaped like an arrow, but it works like a square. What we do is we put our magnet on our piece of metal, and as you can see, we already have some other magnets on here. We're going to use this to set everything right down on the piece. We're going to slide it in place, make sure that all of our corners are the same. And boys and girls, this will hold everything nice and square so Boney Joe can tack weld it. I think that looks pretty good right there. So boys and girls, what we want to do now is we're going to take our framing square. We're going to hold it up just like that. See if all the corners meet. Oh, that right there is a thing of beauty, boys and girls. All of our corners meet up nice and square. L. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I just break them. So Boney Joe has our legs all lined up. We're going to go around. We're going to put some real quick tack welds on them. So be patient with us. See what we get here. Pull it off. Come right around here. This corner. Okay, that wasn't too hard, was it, boys and girls? So we're going to get our magnets off. We're going to set them all off to the side here. And if we get anything right at all, we have the base for our stand. We have all of our legs tacked in place. And as you boys can see, they are all triangle with the, square with the frame. Look at that. Wow, that's just a thing of beauty. Boys and girls, it's been fun having you in here again today. I hope you learned a little something about L-squares, triangles, and 90-degree angles. We're going to weld this thing together, do a little bit more work in the shop. Boney Joe, his friend PipBoy, we love you guys. Can't wait to have you come back and visit us again. Have a great day. All right, PipBoy, let's drink some coffee, get back to work.